Hey, what's up, Phil? So I wanted to give you that couple of those movements that we covered yesterday. And I'm actually going to text you after this video to see how you're doing, just see how things felt. But I really liked that variation we did on a pistol squat progression, and then also the straight arm kneeling raise. So I want to make a video to send these to you. I think you could put those easily into your workouts. And they're great workarounds because they're tackling some of the muscles that you need to strengthen. And in this one, it's mainly glutes, but it's also working on lengthening that heel cord and getting that single leg strength up to be able to take to your heavier lifts too. So anyways, I'm using the bed here, but you could use whatever. That ottoman was great. I thought that was a good distance. What I would say next time you return, to understand that, we warmed up quite a bit. We did squats well before that, quite a few series. So that knee and that whole leg chain was pretty warm by the time we did it. I think sometimes a lot of people will jump right into a single leg squat like that, and it's just a little too much. So make sure you're warmed up, okay? So the way I would start is by standing. And I go left foot down. My right leg in this case is just kind of a kickstand. So I'm up on my heel. I think you can see that. It's that little extra, right? So I got left foot back. And basically about 10 to 20% of my weight's on this leg. But the work, of course, is hinging back through that left glute, touching, and then coming up. So I'm definitely using this side more. And I'm having my tail go straight back, and then make sure full extension of the hip, and then back down, full extension of the hip, okay? So I would start, we did 10 on each side, and we actually brought in kind of those lighter weights, and we held them close. This one is one that the progressions are gonna be getting lower, rather than building a heavy weight. The weights will come down the road. So I think those lighter dumbbells would be fine, but don't feel like you're trying to go up and up and up. Maybe work on getting reps in at that same ottoman height until you're doing sets of 20 reps on each leg. I think that'd be a pretty good push there. Okay, so that's your single leg progression. Then we're gonna go into our straight arm. Right? And so I take a good kneeling position here. I got my back knee and my forward leg. Those still make up a hip width position, right? So I'm very stable. My right knee's down, so my right hand has the weight. And I got palm side towards my hip, and that's okay. But the work is as I come up, I turn so palm side's facing out, elbow completely straight. Can I get my bicep back by the ear, which takes a lot of shoulder range of motion? And then I ease it back down and then rotate palm in. So I go again, right? So I'm exhaling as I come up. That pulls my abs in, keeps my ribs down each and every time. Now for you and me, we have tight shoulders. And so if we don't think about those abs, when we go to raise, we're just going to arch the low back. And that might be a great little hip flexor stretch. But I think, honestly, tail tuck here, maintain that, pull those ribs in. You're not only going to get a little shoulder range of motion, getting bicep back by ear, but you will get a little hip flexor stretch there, sir. Okay? So, again, with the weights we used, I think you used the exact same light weights that you did for the pistol squat variation. You took one of them into this. Depending how your biceps feel today and how your elbow feels, you do not want any pain in that elbow, okay? So those are the two strength moves I wanted to give you. Pepper those in, provide everything checked out well throughout the week. I think they'll serve you well. The last thing I wanted to show you, right, and I think I can show you here, is a hip flexor stretch. Now, I know you like to go and kind of push that envelope a little bit. This isn't the one to do. Not at all. Okay, this one is subtle. Maybe a 70% stretch, but it shouldn't be blood, sweat, and tears. So I'm going to be in this position if I was facing you. Right? It's kind of a stride, still in that hip width. Here's the side view. And then really, Phil, all you're doing is tucking that tail. And, I mean, you'll feel a stretch right there. And so lately I've been cueing it and coaching it where I'm standing tall, right? I don't want to be bent over. That'll take the stretch out. I don't want to be leaning too far back because that'll arch my back. I just want the stretch of the front of the hip. So once I'm there tall, I go both hands out and I stretch my fingers down and I just hold. Okay? Now there's so many variations on a hip flexor stretch, but I feel like where yours is, and granted, I know it's feeling better, that would be a great thing to do at least twice a day, provided you're respecting that like 70%. If you go too far, it's going to really create some pain. Yeah, so just those 3 things to add to your week, sir. Hope all is well. Hope you have a good week. See ya.